I love it, dude. And it's great to talk to somebody like you who has been through it because I can't express enough to people what it is like when you are shadow banned. And like we used to get like 200,000, 150,000 views on our YouTube channel. I mean, we were cooking with gas. The
Yeah.
show was this culturally like phenomenon of like conspiracy and comedy, and you hadn't seen that. I'm sure there were other shows, but nobody had seen. I was bringing in these giant comics on the show, Joey
Right.
Diaz, and all these really great comics, and people were really resonating with it. And then it became serious. Like we started getting real people on the show, and that became a big thing. And bang, just the hammer gets dropped, and
YouTube don't like that. Yeah.
nobody liked it. Like you talk about everyone going after you. We had one guest come on talk about a particular family in which we do not mention on the show ever, and within 1 week, actually, the almost on the same day, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and I forget the other one. Facebook, Twitter, there's four of them. Just bang, just nope. Oh, Apple. Apple was the other one.
Right.
They said nope, and they either took down our channel, banned us, told us we were in jail, like all at one time. So it definitely does happen, and it hurts. Like Jimmy Dore says, it's like in the '80s, the phone company telling you can't use the phone for your
Absolutely.
business. It absolutely destroys it, and we've seen the rise somewhat of stupid too. I really hate when people are like people are getting dumber. I'm like, they're just getting saturated with useless knowledge.
Yeah.
Where they're really just dumping just dumb on them, and that's all they know. And it's really hard for them to find people like us, and particularly you, way more you than us. But and it's just really hard. And so when you talk about not changing anybody, I'm in that exact same place. I am done fighting with people on trying to show them what is going on outside my girlfriend who still watches MSNBC and just wants to argue with me about it. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. I love to put out the info and let people find it. And those who find it, if they want to digest it and try to understand what I'm saying, to get a piece of the puzzle, and which for me is I don't like getting lied to and I don't want to fall for their psyops.
Yeah.
Once you understand that, that's like real power because everything's an occult. In my humble opinion, it's all occult mysticism. They're trying to manipulate your energy, and they get you to fall for it. Whether it's believing that Iraqis need to die because of 9/11, or that you have to take this COVID shot, or whatever it is, I don't fall for it because I know it's not real. Or like, Iran shot down our drones. Thoughts and prayers to the drones family. Why? It's like I don't fall for any of that stuff because I know their game plan. And I think that's the important thing. But the days of arguing with people on conspiracies, I'm done with it. Okay. And I tell people, my show's been going 8 years. It's been a top 100 comedy podcast for 8 years. If I was wrong more than I was right, nobody would listen to this show.
Sure. Yeah. So true, man. I used to say that if I wasn't arguing or debating with somebody on Facebook, like something is wrong with me, like physically or mentally, because that's the way I used to be. And I used to think that, yeah, like if I just typed enough, if I presented enough logic or something, like people would finally get it. But I think people are so entrenched into their political bias and their own political identities that there's just no incentive. And, intellectual integrity is dead, bro. Like
You're
the
so
idea that
right. You're so right.
idea that somebody's actually going to come to you and like try to have a logical debate using reason and facts and evidence, like that's just, I don't know, man. I think that's from the old school. I want to believe it still exists, but it doesn't really, like it's just hot take after hot take, or, you have your opinion, I have mine. And yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I don't even check my DMs anymore. I don't even check the comments most of the time, my notifications. I just post the shit and like just let it go, And it's like whoever it's
Post
gonna
and
resonate
ghost.
with, yeah, whoever it's gonna resonate with, it's gonna resonate with. I'm not gonna spend my time trying to convince you anymore. And that is part of our work. And I'll let more of like the Free Thought Project do that with our articles and stuff, because we are still trying to plant seeds in the minds of people who are on the fence, right? Like if you're too politically entrenched in your own bias and your own beliefs, like good luck. You're not going to really be able to change people's minds. But there are still people out there like me during the Occupy Wall Street movement who were seeking some type of philosophical, ideological foundation. Like they realized that it was an existence. It didn't exist in my mind. And in the age of information, ignorance is a choice, you know? So like you have that choice, you have that option, you have a computer in your pocket, like, you know, like all this information's out there, yet people just become, you know, too they circle the wagons and they get too involved with their own camps, you know, and it's like, man, I just I've lost a little bit of faith in the hearts and minds approach, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm with you. And people are very arrogant about their ignorance.
Sure.
They get so emotional. Like everything is met with emotion now. Nothing is a discussion.
Yeah.
Everything is met with emotion. And I'm just kind of over it. I'm not saying I don't have my moments where I go zero the felony and want to start throwing nuts on everybody, right? But I just realized that just like algorithms are the new Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
Everyone gets their own algorithm and they get fed this information and they think that's reality, but they don't realize that that is a data point being fed to them so they see the world in a certain way and then they can't communicate with people who see the world the other way. And
Absolutely.